Palestina! Viva, viva Palestina!
Viva, viva Palestina!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
Free, free Palestine!
How y'all doing? Can y'all make some noise for me? My name is Rafiki Morris, and I'm an organizer with the All African People's Revolutionary Party. I represent a couple of other organizations, but today I'm going to leave it there. We are students of Malcolm X. And it's been 60 years since they murdered Malcolm, but the things that he said to us still ringing true. Malcolm said, "You've been had, you've been took, you've been misled, you've been bamboozled." That's what Malcolm said 60 years ago, and it's still true. And we want to try to get some of this confusion out of the air, because there's a lot of confusion in the air. But we know from watching the cowboy and Indian movies that the white man speak with forked tongue. Ain't that what they say? And my mentor, Kwame Ture, said capitalism and imperialism does not lie some of the time, they lie all the time. They want you to think that Israel is pulling the U.S. into a conflict that they don't want to be in. They want you to think that Israel is convincing the White House to join them on the battlefield in the Middle East. This is a lie. The United States is orchestrating this whole damn thing. When they killed the Hamas leader in Tehran, the U.S. government negotiated with the Iranians the extent of their retribution with the promise that the Israelis' retribution would be light. They were not trying to stop it. They were trying to control it. They were orchestrating it. They were behind it. This is their plan. You want to understand, this is their plan. Now, we want to keep Gaza at the center of this thing. Because if you're not careful, they will have you think that the genocide in Gaza is over. They will have you think that the only thing that matters now is what is happening in Lebanon. They will have you think that each one of these little things are separate incidences that are not related to one another. But if you look at it from the point of view of that pig Joe Biden, you see that all of these things are aspects of the U.S. imperialist plan to have hegemony over the entire planet. Zionism is but a part of the plan. I told y'all before. Well, let me find out something, because I heard something and it kind of bothered me. Anybody out here going to vote in these upcoming elections? All right, the rest of y'all need to talk to them. Because they need to understand ain't nobody to vote for. Ain't nobody running but a bunch of genocidal Zionist pigs who are consciously murdering the masses of Palestinian people, just like they are murdering the masses of African people. This ain't no joke. Who you think is behind what's happening in the Sahel? The U.S. Who you think is behind what's happening in the Sudan? The U.S. Who do you think is behind what's happening in Lebanon? The U.S. Who do you think is behind what's happening in Gaza? The U.S. These Zionist bids ain't nothing but tools of U.S. imperialism, and we have to understand it because we are the ones that have to defeat it right here and right now. Our comrades in Gaza are doing their part. They're spilling their blood. They're doing their role. They're becoming martyrs for the sake of freedom. My question to you is, are you doing your part? Because the masters of imperialism are right there. Right there. And they've been there the whole time. I told you before, you're fighting settler colonialism? Are you fighting settler colonialism? Well, look at your feet, because you're standing in a settler colony. And this one is the model for that one. I read something that I didn't realize the other day, but it made perfect sense. They said that Israel was the last settler colony. That's a true statement. There will be no new settler colonies. And Israel was late to the game. So it's the last settler colony. I want us to make sure that Israel is the first settler colony to fall and turn to dust. They got you tricked. They got you tricked when they bombed Hamas. When they bombed Hezbollah in Lebanon. This Secretary of State, what's his name? Austin?
Blinken.
Blinken, yeah. He was on the phone with the Mossad when the bombs started dropping. And then he hung up the phone and said he didn't know what was going on. They think we stupid. They think we don't understand. We know who paid for the bombs. We know who built the bombs. We know who sent the bombs over there. We know who just mobilized 40,000 U.S. troops to the Middle East. What they gonna do? Where are they gonna land? Who they gonna fight? What are they there for? We gotta be real clear now. Because, you know, it's a mercenary army this U.S. has there. Nobody's in their army for patriotic reasons. They're in their army so they can make sure they can feed their family and get a GI Bill and maybe buy a house. They look like me. There's black people on the front lines. The ones they're going to land on the beaches, they look like me. And we going to tell them now, like we told them in Vietnam, like we told them in Iraq, like we told them in Iran, like we told them in Libya, hell no, we won't go. 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 A brother yesterday saw my hat. He didn't look close. And so he asked me, was you in the military? That's funny. And I told him, no, they wouldn't take me in the military. And he said, why? I said, because they give me a gun. I made a pledge to kill any capitalist that gets in my sight. Fighting for the other side. They can't give me a gun because I'm trying to destroy the people who are trying to give me a gun. We have cried all our tears. Our hearts have been shredded. We've been drenched in the blood of our children and our parents and our grandparents. We've seen this horrific murder every day. Let me tell you why they put it on TV. Because they want to desensitize you. They want you to get used to seeing whole communities blown to bits. They want you to think it's normal to destroy somebody's culture, somebody's language, somebody's schools, somebody's hospital. They want you to feel like this is an everyday thing. So when they drop them bombs in Lebanon, you wouldn't say nothing. But you can't desensitize us. Because those are our children dying. You can't fool us. Kamala, they want us to think that Kamala ain't on the same page as Joe, right? As genocide Joe and killer cop Kamala.
That's what it is.
We know who you are. Y'all is the Democrats. And the Democrats is our enemies.
That's
and
right.
The enemies of all humankind.
That's
These are the murderers. These are the genociders. These are the killers. These are the ones you vote for. I don't vote for them. And you shouldn't vote for them either. They try to tell you they the left wing and the right wing. But a vulture got two wings. That's how he can fly. These are fascist pigs. And so now we do have a lot to do. We got to organize. We got to organize. We got to organize our people. We cannot take for granted that people will join us in the streets. We have to go and get them and bring them to the streets with us. We need to be in the streets, not in our tens, not in our hundreds, not in our thousands, not in our hundreds of thousands. We need to be in the street in our millions. Because we're not trying to influence Joe Biden. We're not trying to influence Kamala. We're not trying to influence the U.S. Congress. We are fighting for power. We are fighting for power. We are fighting for power, and we will not stop. We will not stop till that power is in the hands of the masses of the people, and our enemies have been crushed to dust and delegated to the dustbin of history. We want power for the people.
Yeah.
We also know that you see these Uncle Tom bootlicking Negroes running around here. That's right. They call themselves the Congressional Black Caucus. I call them the Congressional Coon Caucus because it's a bunch of coons. I don't even believe in being black. I'm an African, but they don't even deserve black. We gotta call them Negroes or something. They're not a representative
about him and his organization.
of our
QR
people.
code to scan that, and it's a statement that we wrote.
Africans in Africa, in Europe, in the United States, in Canada, in the Caribbean, in South and Central America, stand with Palestine. The struggle of the Palestinians is our struggle. And we hate Zionism so much that even if the Palestinians wasn't fighting them, we would be fighting them because they're stealing our gold, they're stealing our diamonds, they're stealing our cobalt, they're stealing our coltan, they're stealing all of our resources, they're exploiting our labor, and they are responsible for the degradation of our people around the world. We are anti-Zionists, and we will not rest until Zionism is smashed off the face of the earth. As I have said over and over again, smash Zionism,
Smash Zionism.
smash Zionism,
Smash Zionism.
smash Zionism,
Smash
smash Zionism,
Zionism.
smash Zionism. My name is Rafiki, and I'm an organizer with the All African People's Revolutionary Party. And we leave you today as we leave you every day, standing ready for the revolution. Thank you very much.